What is up, guys? Caleb here, or Caleb Visuals, bringing our video today. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the Moza Air 2. It's a recent purchase that I have made. Gimbal brought it into my equipment family, and I'm going to kind of go over it, tell you what I love about it, what I don't like about it, which is very few reasons, and why I think it's a good choice. Now, some things I need to get out the way is the main reason why I got it is because it can support up to 9.1 pounds, which is like 4.2 kilograms or something like that. Now, the reason why that's such a big reason for me is because my camera that I'm currently using is a Canon 5D Mark IV with most of the common lens that I would use is a 24 to 105 EFL lens, which is, some of you may know, is a pretty heavy setup. Good, 5.5 pounds. And the gimbal that I had before that was the Xeon, that Chinese name brand, Crane. I think it was just the original one, and it could support up to like 6 pounds. It said, but I mean, it was struggling to support this camera. The motors would just start jiggling and freak out, and it had the latest firmware, it was balanced correctly, etc. But the Moza Air 2 is able to handle this camera no problem, and I feel like I could even add more weight to it. If I need to add a little aperture light at the top, or eventually get a secondary monitor, which that would probably go on my gimbal and not my actual camera, but still. So it leaves me more options to put on. But it's either this gimbal or the Ronin S, and they're both very similar, the same as in they kind of like the build quality, how they look, how they handle, stuff like that. Two main big differences the Moza Air 2 has is that the screen that is on it, little touch screen, has a joystick. You can get through all your settings that you would ever need through that one little screen instead of going through an app. Only thing you can't do is what's it called, time lapse and stuff. You guys hit that up through the app, but everything else you can do through there. And I think with the Ronin S, you can get a screen on it, but you have to buy it separately, and that's extra money. And the Ronin S weighs a little more, about half a pound more than the Moza Air 2 does, and that may not seem like a big difference to some of y'all, but when you're carrying around an already 5 pound, 6 pound camera with an already 5 pound gimbal, you're holding 10 pounds for who knows 5 or not 5 hours. It could be, but anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, hours. Does depends what you're shooting, obviously, but it can get very heavy, especially when it's supposed to be like a one gimbal hold. I have to use two hands, and what helps a lot with the Moza Air 2 is it has the tripod you can screw onto it, but you can also fold it up and use it as an extra handle. So you have you can have your hands two, one up top, one at bottom, down on the tripod, and be able to support have more leverage and all that stuff, and it helps a lot. It really does. Also, the Moza Air 2 has this really cool feature that I probably showed y'all the video at the beginning of this video, the Inception mode. When pretty much all it is you select Inception mode through the menu on the gimbal, and it just pretty much rotates your camera at at the same speed, and you can set it from -10 to +10, and anywhere in between, depending which way you want to rotate your camera and how fast you want to. and it works super well. It's able to support the weight of my 5D setup easily. Um, and overall, great quality. Um, Moza, the company, they claim it can last 16 hours with battery life. I haven't really tested it that much, but I haven't charged it yet, and I've used it, more than like 4 times, for, longer periods to 10, 20 minutes of it being constantly on, and haven't had any problems yet. One problem that I've heard about is that when your batteries do start running low, the gimbal starts to get really weak, and the motors will cut out on you at certain times. So just make sure you have a full set of charged batteries. But yeah, guys, really looking into this gimbal, my biggest problem was trying to find a gimbal that I was comfortable with that would be able to support the weight of my camera. Because a lot of reviews out there were not really testing the full weight capacity of the gimbals. They were running, just mirrorless cameras most of the time. Some of them would, slap on a big DSLR, but would be running, a pretty small lens. But I'm using pretty good sized DSLR with a huge lens, and it works phenomenally. I've seen people use the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera with a pretty good lens on it, and I've even seen people run little, cinema cameras on it. As long as you're underneath 9 pounds, you can do it. The app works fantastic. Haven't had any problems with it to connect to the crane, or I want to say crane every time because I'm used to the other company, but you connect to the gimbal easily with the app through Bluetooth. Mine connects right away. No problems there. But yeah, guys, I hope this helped y'all. Hope this helped y'all help pick you a gimbal, help give you some information. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below, and I will make sure to answer them. Make sure you follow me on Instagram to see all of my work, all of my photos, and make sure you subscribe for more. Please give this video a like if it helped you. Thank you guys, and peace.